and welcome to another RGI Easy Sewing tutorial with myself, Avena Prince, and it's Christmas time. We know Christmas is like in 3-4 days, so in today's video we're going to show you how to make your very own Santa hat. If you have a sewing machine, it's going to go much faster. However, this is something you can do using hand sewing. For the purpose of the video, I will use the sewing machine so that I can complete quickly. However, I will show you just how to do that using hand stitches. So here's what you'll need. You'll need your shears, chalk, thread, needle and thread of course, and I always like to have my nipper on hand. You'll need a ruler or a measuring tape. You're definitely going to need your material, and here I have some white faux fur and I have blue velvet. Now we know the standard color for your Christmas hat or your Santa hat is red. However, you may just want to use your favorite color, or if you are doing this as a company project, you may want to use the company colors. So for us, our colors are blue and gold, so we're going to use blue and white for our hats, okay? And for the top of our hat, you're going to need some stuffing. Now if you don't have this type of stuffing and you have crushed foam, that is also going to work, okay? So let's get into the video. So you want to start off with your head measurement. Okay. And my head measurement is 23 inches. So I am going to work with 24 inches. Half-inch allowance on both sides. The length of this part of the hat is going to be 15 inches. I have seen Santa hats that are as long as 30 inches. But for my purpose, I'm going to work with 15 inches. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to cut a triangle, and you will notice that my fabric is folded. And I fold it again. So that means I have 4 parts. So we divide 24 by 4. We get 6 inches. We're going to mark that off. Going to work with 15 inches for the length, so we mark that off as well. And at this point we are going to use our rulers, and we're just going to connect our top to our bottom. We're ready to cut. We have our 2 triangles, and it's also okay to do 1 triangle and then the other. That's all right as well. Okay, we're now cutting the edge of our hat, and to do that we fold again. We're working with our 24-inch width. Remember, this part is going around the head, so we want to maintain that measurement. We're looking for 24 by 8. Okay, so once we folded, we are going to cut our circle for the top part. Okay, so this is very easy. We're going to fold. Okay, so our fabric is folded this way. We're going to fold again. Measure 2 inches. Mark off your center point, measure 2 inches to the top, 2 inches to the side, and 2 inches to the opposite side. We already have the area for our cuff. We have our material, and we are ready to sew. So I said earlier that this project can be completed by hand, and I'm going to show you how to hand sew. So if you are not familiar, the stitch I'm going to use is the back stitch. If you are not familiar with that stitch, we have another video that shows how to complete the back stitch as well as other hand stitches. The link is below as well as on top, and you could just follow that. So I am completing a back stitch, and I am stitching the wrong side of my material. Your stitches should not be too large, so we are looking at stitches that are about 1/4 inch wide. And remember, this is only if you do not have a sewing machine. So we're just making this simple so anybody at home can complete their Christmas hats. All right. And now we're just finishing up, and of course, remember to knot. Now, the only reason I am using white thread is so that you can see what I am doing. Please ensure that your thread matches your fabric. This is what your back stitch should look like. And you can see the right side. However, to speed up this video, I am going to finish off with my sewing machine. And of course, I will be using blue thread. Always start with your reverse stitch. We're going to sew our edge. Now guys, this fabric sheds a lot. Now notice that I am attaching the right side of my white piece to the right side of the blue piece, okay? So that the stitching will be on the wrong side of the hat. So I'm just putting everything in here. You will see that it fits nicely. And just using the straight pins to secure it. Of course, that's going to make sewing so much easier. Okay, we're just going to sew everything right now. And as you're going along, of course, pay attention to where the straight pins are installed. And we're sewing 1/2 inch. And remember, all of this can be done using your hand stitches if you do not have a sewing machine. So guys, we're almost done. Right now we're stitching the ball of our hats. Stitching approximately 1/2 inch. And we should leave an opening that we will use to do our stuffing. We have this lovely ball. We're going to put our top of our cone in there, and we're just going to stitch it. Just ensure that everything is nicely in there. And we're just taking from one end of the ball, passing through our cone head and to the opposite side of the ball. That's where our cone head is nicely in there. Always finish up with your knot. So there you have it, folks. Quick and easy Santa hats. You can make it in the colors that you like because you are making it yourself. Merry Christmas.